Alright, so let's go over 4 core, what it is, what it looks like, what's going to let you do, and why it's important to start that way in Etheria Restart. 4 core is a build concept that you can apply to a number of different games, but the goal is to invest heavily in a few characters, namely 4, and get the most return out of them in terms of farming and clearing content of the game. So a 4 core composition looks like you're going to have a damage dealer, a sustainer, a variant removal, and an advantage character. So let me explain those elements a little better. A damage dealer is pretty cut and dry. We all have seen damage numbers, we can get that. Our sustainer is someone who offers shields or healing or some sort of recovery. Variant removal is a bit weird, but it's like your cleansers. People who remove debuffs and things like that. The randomness of the game that ends up causing you to lose in a fight, that role removes the chance of that happening. And the last role, the advantage one, is a character that enhances the abilities of your team and gives you an advantage. It's the most simple cases are like attack up and defense up, but they can also be turn manipulation, so giving your characters extra turns or boosting their turn chance. It could be follow-up attacks. It could be any sort of steroid that enhances your team. So you may have a question like, why can't I use a character that fits outside of those roles? Like a debuffer. That's probably the most prominent one, right? Well, it's hard in the early game to reliably apply debuffs when you can apply buffs at a 100% chance. Now, what a 4 core can do for you, and what a good 4 core does for you, is let you get things like leveling materials, skill up materials, and gear. And the reason why this is so important in Etheria Restart is because although it's a fair game and they do give you a lot of free things that are really nice, it's a very grindy game. And if you get behind, then the grind's going to feel even worse. I'll show you a little bit about my 4 core, how I've used it in all the aspects of the game. But it's important to realize this is a build concept. So the characters that you choose are your own, whatever you prefer or like. This is just a way to approach the game. The thing about Etheria Restart is that a number of characters can fulfill multiple roles, so there's a lot of overlap. So this is my team that I was able to get just from the in-game rewards. I didn't have to rely on RNG for it. First off is Leanne, who's our damage dealer. You will get her for free at the start of the game, so no worries about that. Next is Freya, who I got from a guaranteed banner pool. She is every advantage you could want for your team. She also has a cleanse, so that removes a lot of the variance in case you're going to lose. Number 41 is another advantage character who has some sustain. I prefer her. Lastly is Hellkid, and he is amazing. He's a damage dealer. He gives the entire team a shield based off his attack. So that's your sustain. And then he also gives you immunity to effects while they have a shield on them. So that's another form of variance removal that is incredible. So let me show you a little bit about where I bring these characters into. The first thing is Grim Pursuit. So these allow you to farm shells, which are like little companions for your characters, who offer some really good buffs. I've been able to clear with this team. You get a 5th member for them, so it's kind of like a flex slot. So if you need more sustain, or you need to worry about debuff or have something else, that's where you can do it. Next, I bring these characters into farming bosses. That's where you get your main gear, so that's your main stats and stuff like that, and gear sets. If you're interested in farming speed sets, which seem to be very essential, you may want to go with a green damage dealer and a green sustainer, particularly against this boss, whereas you can get those as drops. But again, like I said, the build concept works. For my setup, I was able to farm and beat the story. Chapter 10 was actually quite difficult at the end. I was able to push to the very end of the experience farming section, which has been really nice. You will be spending a lot of time farming this, so that's a big part of the grind. Also, I'll just show you this. This is what I've been farming already, which is the prowess materials. That's basically like the skill up materials. And again, same team, same concept, just easy. And next is like guild content, basically multiplayer content. I was able to bring the same team, the same core into it and clear it and get rewards. And as I mentioned, the goal of this composition is just to get the materials you need. So like I'm on day 7 now, so I'll be able to unlock her, who is probably like the best sustainer in the game. She's absolutely incredible. And I'll be able to use her effectively because I've farmed up plenty of materials just using the 4 core. So thank you for watching, and I hope this approach makes the game easier for you when it launches next month. So if you like this video, let me know. And if you want to see more content from me, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.